would you say if I told you things had never changed and we'll find a way to take our dreams and rearrange them? Who'd believe that we could be in love again? So let's just pretend that you and me can be just good friends.
You're never alone with a plastic fag. It's ironic, really. I started smoking because I thought it made me look more mature. Now here I am, 16 years on, and a morning cough behind me with this adult TV ring stuck in my mouth. And I seem to spend more on these plastic things than I did on the real ones. Still, think what you save on matches. Yeah, that's true. Suppose even smoking had its advantages. Look at that lovely little nurse you met down at chest clinic. You've been a lung man ever since. Stolen kisses over the ECG machine. Brief encounters behind the phlegm samples. You old romantic, you. Hello, Pen. How are you?
Oh, I'm all right. I suppose.
Good. Nice day, innit?
I suppose it is.
Not as nice as yesterday, though.
No.
I wonder what tomorrow will be like.
Vince, why are we here?
Who knows, Pen? We've obviously been put on this earth for a good reason. Maybe as part of some vast eternal plan.
No, Vince, what I mean is, why are we here on the top of Toot Hill?
Well, we arranged to meet, remember?
Yes, I remember. Look, what I'm trying to say is, and I'll put this in very simple, childlike English, is what is the point of us continuing to see each other?
Well, we're friends, right?
So I'm led to believe.
And friends, particularly good friends like us, have a tendency to meet.
Why?
To have fun.
What, like we're having now, you mean?
Yes.
Oh, good. Just as long as I know. I suppose there's more to life than just having fun, though, isn't there, Vince?
I suppose so. I saw Robin while I was waiting for you.
Gosh, really?
I don't think it had very long to live.
You've made a study of veterinary science, have you?
No.
Well, how could you tell, then?
It was in a cat's mouth.
Sick, Vince.
Well, don't tell me, tell the bloody cat.
Golly, this is fun.
Penny? Why did you bother turning up?
Because when I make an appointment to meet someone, I always keep that appointment. Unlike certain other people I could mention.
When did I ever let you down?
When did you let me down? Well, there was that day in June 1978 when you were supposed to meet me in St. Michael's Church, High Street, Ongar.
So I stood you up once.
It was our wedding day.
Well, I never promised you a rose garden.
Ooh.
You take things too much to heart, Pen. That's your trouble.
Look, I'm sorry. It's just that meeting you again like this after all these years it's confused me. After my marriage to Graham broke up, I thought I was strong enough to handle any situation. Then you came along. God. Sometimes I wish I'd never met you. You see, Vince, one side of me hates and mistrusts you, while the other side simply finds you intensely irritating. But there is one tiny part of me that still loves you. As I say, it's only a tiny part. No more than a microscopic germ. The legacy of some childhood illness, most probably. But it does still love you. So what do I do, Vince?
Did you say something?
No. Well, nothing important anyway. Where have you been?
I was just sitting over there thinking. You feeling better now? Look, Pen, let's forget the past. Make a fresh start. And who knows, we could become good friends.
Vince, we couldn't even be good friends when we were engaged.
Ah, but we were in love then, weren't we?
Oh, yes. We were in love. Trouble was, we were both in love with you.
Oh, that's not fair, Pen. I loved you.
Did you?
Of course I did. You know that, don't you?
I suppose so.
But now we're not in love, are we?
No.
So we've no problems.
If you say so, Vince.
I've just had my flat decorated. You'd love it. Modern furniture, big picture window. Do you know you can see the home counties from the window? What a view. You fancy coming around my flat Friday night?
No.
Fine.
Where do you live, anyway?
I'll write it down for you.
Okay.
Hi. Vince isn't here at the moment, but if you'd like to leave your message after the tone, he'll get right back to you. Beep.
Don't twat about, Vince. It's taken me ages to find this place.
You always had a way with words, you silver-tongued little mink shoe.
Vincent, darling, are you going to let me in, or do we have to spend the rest of the evening talking over this Irish CB?
Okay, Pam, push the door.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hello.
Like to come in?
Thank you.
Take your coat, Pen?
Oh, thank you. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. What do you think of the flat?
It's nice.
Very me, don't you think?
Not very bright and difficult to find.
Good one, Pen. Drink?
Small sherry, please. Well, I must say I'm rather surprised. I mean, I always knew you'd have a nice flat in a Green Shield stamp sort of a way, but this is very expensive.
Well, it's you know, Pen.
What are the neighbours like?
So. There's a young West Indian couple living next door, Floyd and Loretta. We used to get on well with each other up until a few months back. Then for about 3 weekends on the trot, there were these wild all-night parties. Anyway, Floyd and Loretta got a petition up to stop me holding any more of them, so now we don't speak.
Rather large for a small one, isn't it?
Honestly, Pen, you'll have me blushing. I checked in.
I thought you said you could see the home counties from here.
Well, you can.
Oh, you meant the dairy.
What do you think I meant?
Nothing.
To...
Don't say us, please.
All right, to, you and me. How's the meal?
I was just trying to remember the last time I had a meal like this. I think it was when I was in hospital.
It's not that good, is it? I can't understand it. I followed the instructions to the letter. Opened the sachet, the right end, everything. Still, it was a brave try.
Oh, yes. It took courage. Oh, that's not fair. It's probably quite nice. It's just that these days I'm virtually a vegetarian.
Virtually?
Well, I am. It's just I have this fatal love of bacon sandwiches.
Bacon sandwiches? That's an odd thing for a vegetarian to eat, isn't it?
I just can't resist them. Used to drive Graham mad.
Graham? Oh, your old man?
He was a fully fledged card-carrying vegetarian. Anti-blood sports, anti-vivisection, animal lib, that sort of thing.
Where'd you two meet? The local steakhouse?
My mother introduced us.
Oh, she's a right little Cupid, isn't she? We have ways of making you fall in love. Where was the wedding reception held? Panzerdrillo?
Very bad taste, Vincent. Graham was Jewish.
A Jewish vegetarian? No wonder he had the ump of you and the bacon sandwiches.
He wasn't really Jewish. I just said that to make you feel bad.
It didn't work.
I know. Does anything make you feel bad?
Well, this is doing its best.
He used to claim that certain vivisection clinics actually sold the carcasses, the victims of their failed experiments, to unscrupulous meat firms for human consumption.
Really?
He said you could examine a piece of meat and find scar tissue where clinically inflicted boils and tumours have been removed.
Wow.
He could give you the entire medical history of a spare rib.
Pen? Do you mind if we stop talking about Graham?
You jealous?
I just nauseated. Mind you, he could be right, though. Look, this pawn's been circumcised. I bet you're glad you're out of it.
Out of what?
Your marriage.
Graham was a very good husband. We had a lovely house. Architect-designed interior, double garage.
I suppose your house had a name instead of a number?
As it happens, it did. It was called Cover Point.
Cover Point?
He liked cricket.
Oh, I see. Well, I suppose it was lucky he wasn't a wrestling fan, otherwise it could have been called Crutchhold.
Oh, you're so glib. It mightn't have been the lifestyle you'd choose, Vincent, but I liked it.
You liked it? What, living with some sap whose only hobby was carrying out post-mortems on sausages?
He wasn't a sap. He was everything that you're not.
Did you love him?
What?
Did you love him?
Yes, and he loved me. We loved each other very much.
When's your divorce finalised?
Next month, thank God. Vincent, that was below the belt.
Sorry, Ben. Do you mind if I ask what caused the marriage to break up?
It's very personal. I'd rather not talk about it. You do understand.
Of course.
Thank you.
I'll wait till it comes to court and read about it in the local paper.
You are a rat.
Has anyone ever told you you've got a lovely smile?
Yes.
Oh. More wine?
No, thank you. I'm driving.
Driving where?
Home.
Oh.
Vincent, I'm going home tonight.
All right.
Good.
But if you change your mind...
I won't change my mind.
Of course you won't. But if you do, you can phone your mother from here. I know what she's like where you're concerned. She'll have the entire coven out searching for you.
The next time you see this fork, it could be on one of your x-rays.
Point taken. Shall we sit down?
What about all this washing up?
Oh, we'll do it in the morning.
Hello, anyone in? We will not do the washing up in the morning. You will do the washing up in the morning.
All right, I'll do it in the morning. You can have a lay-in.
I'll have you know I'm a married woman.
Yeah, but not really, Pen.
Still got my marriage license.
But it's got a few endorsements on it by now. Pen? Got the strangest feeling.
Were those prawns thawed properly?
Pen, phone your mother.
Can't, Vince.
Why not?
If it was anyone else but you.
What?
Oh, I didn't mean it to sound like that. It's just I feel we hardly know each other.
But we went out together for 2 years. We were engaged for 10 months.
People change.
I haven't changed, Pen.
Hardly something to brag about, is it, Vincent? I just don't feel I could trust you anymore. If you'd been jilted in front of your entire family, perhaps you'd understand.
You never let me forget that, will you?
Never let you forget it. What makes you think I'm going to be around to remind you?
Look, Pen, I have changed in lots of ways. I'm more mature. I don't even mind that there's been other men.
Sorry?
Well, you know, Pen, Well, I was the first, wasn't I?
Is that what I told you? Look, Vincent, let's get one thing absolutely straight. The last 5 years of my life are no concern of yours. You made it abundantly clear you wanted no part of my future, so please, just stay out of my past. As far as you're concerned, I could have had affairs with the entire Tottenham Hotspur football team.
That could explain their recent form.
Just shut up.
Hey, you couldn't get me Ozzy Ardiles' autograph, could you?
You're so quick, aren't you? Almost as quick as you were 5 years ago. Then you were so fast, you didn't even stop to find out if I was pregnant.
Pregnant? And you were pregnant?
Well, no, but you didn't stop to find out, did you?
But you always thought you were pregnant. You had more false alarms than the London Fire Brigade.
Thank you very much.
You had an obsession about babies. That was half the reason I... Well, it doesn't matter.
No, carry on.
Look, Pen, I did want to marry you.
Oh, you silly boy. You should have popped along to the church on our wedding day.
I wanted to marry the real you, not the person you've become.
I don't understand.
As the wedding got nearer, so your entire personality changed. You seemed to be on a sort of coaching course for motherhood. All you ever talked about were nurseries, cribs, and things that go burp in the night.
But we talked about starting a family.
No, Pen, you and your mother talked about starting a family. I wanted to get a new bike. All I was interested in was the honeymoon in Greece. I was talking about tavernas, beaches, and sunshine, and you were talking about ovaries, eggs, and epidural injections. And it totally threw me. I thought there were things we needed before we could get our visas.
Don't try to kid me you thought I was talking about Greece.
It's true, Pen. I remember once you used the word placenta. I tried to look it up on the map.
And I suppose you thought the fallopian tube was the Athens Underground.
You mean it isn't?
You are a rat fink.
Yeah, but I'm ever so cuddly, Pen.
So was Idi Amin.
So enough of that, Pen. We agreed not to discuss the men in your past.
It was all so easy for you, wasn't it? You just walked away and pretended it never happened. I had to live through it all.
Well, I suffered as well, Pen. I had bad nerves.
Oh, it must have been terrible for you, Vince. I bet there were times when you could barely keep your snooker cue steady.
You make me out to be such an insensitive clod.
You are an insensitive clod.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Having a little sulky, are we?
No, I'm just sitting here thinking cruel thoughts.
I used to dream about you. I used to dream about your body.
Did you?
I used to dream the police came round and asked me to identify it.
I wrote a poem to you.
You wrote a poem? All right, what's the punchline?
There was no punchline. It was deadly serious. I wrote it a week or so after we broke up. I called it Penny, for your thoughts. All right, so it's a stupid title.
No, Vince, it's a lovely title.
Well, why'd you laugh then? You don't laugh at Keats, do you?
Yes, I do. He has me in absolute hysterics. Vince, it's a smashing title. It just sounded funny coming from you.
Everyone thinks I've got no feelings. They all think I'm a selfish, soulless poser, but they're wrong, Pen. I feel pain as deeply as anyone. Maybe more, since I've caused so much of it. Sadness and joy, remorse and love. I do, Pen. Honest, I do.
I know you do. Have you still got the poem?
What poem?
The one you wrote to me.
Oh, no. No, it's disappeared from my life. Like all the other good things.
Can you remember any of it?
Well, just bits and pieces. I remember one part was a plea for you not to rush your life, to stop and consider things. I didn't want you to get hurt ever again. It went something like, in between what might have been and what has come to pass, a misbegotten guess, alas, and bits of broken glass. So take your time and think a lot, but think of everything you've got, for you will still be here tomorrow. Your dreams may not.
Vince, mind if I phone my mother?
Did you call her?
Yes.
Did you leave some money by the side of the phone? What's that?
It's a pyjama jacket. Found it at the bottom of your wardrobe.
Oh. For a moment, I thought you were wearing a vest.
I am, under the pyjama jacket.
Oh, you little fibber, you. Has anyone ever told you you've got beautiful skin?
Yes. Vince, I'm scared.
Don't be scared, Pen. I'm here.
I'm not scared of bogeymen and ghosts, you idiot. Or maybe they are ghosts.
Look, forget the past, Pen. The past is dead and gone. Think about the future.
I am thinking about the future. The immediate future, like the next half hour. That's why I'm so tense.
Well, look, just try and relax, eh? Ben? I've got no one to talk to down here.
I'm still tense.
Well, what do you want me to do, run your Radox bar?
There's no need to get snappy with me, Vincent.
All right, Pen, I'm sorry.
Don't do that, Vincent. I don't like it.
This used to turn you on.
It doesn't anymore.
Well, what does?
Nothing.
Nothing turns you on?
No, nothing at all.
Well, that's bad news for me and the lads at White Hart Lane.
Will you shut up about Tottenham Rotten Hotspurs? Could we have some music?
Music? You put me on, Pen.
No, background music. It can be very soothing.
Well, I'll sing to you. Ozzy's going to Wembley. Come on, you. All right, then I'll get you some music. Oh, this is something else, this is. Why don't we turn it into a party? I'll knock next door and see what Floyd and Loretta are doing.
Oh, just forget about it, Vince.
No. I'm not having you say I'm insensitive. What kind of music would you like? We've got a massive selection. We've got Larry Adler live at the Woolwich Marmite Factory. Ronnie Ronald whistles the doolies. Barry Mann of those songs for deaf lovers. Oh, you're a jazz fan. What a shame. I recently swapped my entire collection of Ackerbilt for a book on embalming for beginners. She shall have music wherever she goes. Let's have some of the good old food of love. Just keep the Rennies handy. Cat Stevens.
Yes.
You used to like Cat Stevens, didn't you?
I could never stand him. It was you that liked him.
He's a Muslim now.
Really?
I went to see him once in concert at Hammersmith Odeon.
Yes, I know. I was with you.
Of course you were, of course you were. Pen, is there any point in me saying I'm sorry?
It wasn't that bad.
No, I mean, for the way I behaved.
I don't know. You could try.
I'm really sorry.
Get lost, creep.
Well, let's not argue, Pen. We might spoil the atmosphere.
Atmosphere? With you ranting and raving and goose-stepping in and out of the room? Had all the romance of a Nuremberg rally.
Your mother's been telling you about the good old days again?
Where did I put my coat?
Stay, Pen.
No, Vince, I'm going home.
Do your bacon sandwich. Look, let me talk to you for just a minute. 60 seconds out of an entire lifetime, well, it's not a lot to ask, is it? I didn't know, Pen. This kind of thing happens. It's called, subconscious plagiarism. Anyway, I used to say you didn't take the words from me.
Have you ever met Cat Stevens?
He's a Muslim now, you know.
So you said. Where did all that other nonsense come from? In between what might have been and what has come to pass?
Straight from the art, Pen. And the James Taylor LP.
I don't know who I feel sorry for the most, you or me. Why didn't you go all the way and give me a verse from Timey Kangaroo Dance Sport? You're a phony, Vincent. You're about as real as that plastic cigarette you puff.
Look, Pen, I was only trying to impress you. What difference does it make who wrote the words, as long as they were said with sincerity?
Sincerity? Oh, God. Oh, now I'm late.
How late?
About 10 minutes.
I shouldn't start worrying about it yet.
Look, it's never going to work between us. We'd better just leave it at this. Don't call me at home anymore, Vincent.
Pen.
Please.
All right, if that's what you really want.
That's what I really want. Goodbye, Vincent.
Yeah?
Vince, it's Penny. Hello.
Hello, Pen.
Vince, you weren't planning on phoning me at work, were you?
I don't have your office number.
Oh, I see. Have you got a pencil and paper handy?